Happy Friday. This is the fish tank seed for Valheim Mark II. This is on the public beta test through Steam, and I just wasn't sure if I put the password in correctly there. There we go, that should work. Okay, so waiting for the server to start. This is the chat. It's all a trick to let you think this is live. All of this today is pre-recorded and planned out beforehand. It's all a cat. It's all a big scratch? Scatch? What's a scatch? I think you meant scam. You still haven't bought this game. I think you'd like this one, Jaguar. I think if you like Conan Exiles, I think you like this game because it's basically it's very similar except without the nudity. I mean, in all honesty. And no PvP. So that's the cool part about Valheim. It's all, single player or co-op. There's no...
Or consensual PvP.
Consensual, yeah, but we don't talk about that. Okay, so I need to eat some food, it looks like. Oh, that's right. I guess I worked on this for off and on for 6 or 7 hours yesterday, playing this game off and on. I totally moved the original base. Now we gotta show it off. Oh yeah, sorry, we're up and running. So, this is the inside of my new little house. Looks like a big cross. So, again, we have the fire in the middle for cooking food, keeping everybody warm. Beds around the edge so people can sleep and do whatever. And still, accidentally letting them trees fall in your alley. Shh, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that part. Okay, so this is a little crafting area right now. There's the workbench. Got that stuff. Partial forge. It's got some of the upgrades. Oh, why is it so dark in here? Is it nighttime again?
Ah, damn it.
There's a portal built.
So I logged out with the shiny new bronze axe that we made and left my flint axe here. Going back to my game where I don't have a forge yet and no cores, so I reached Black Forest, made a little base, and the axe broke.
Yeah.
And now I left the broken bronze axe back in my game. Be right back.
Okay. Hey, I'll also come back. Okay, so again, that's the portal I just came out of. That goes back to our base. The little chests and stuff. We're storing stuff. There's nothing over here yet. So additional space. Oh, I know what we can do. It's easier. Oh, it is nighttime. So in each little corner we have little porches. Originally, this base was going to be a big square or rectangle. Turns out it doesn't work that way because of the way structural stuff works in this game. Structural support. Best way to show that is with the tool. Where it's red, that means structural support is not the best. And that's more related to being made out of wood than anything else. It's not so much the design as it is the actual, because we're using wood. Until we get to stone, then you can upgrade and make things better. That kind of stuff. Seems like Citadel. Citadel is more about the magic stuff. There's no magic in this, per se. At least not for the players and stuff. All you get is weapons and armor, that kind of stuff. There's actually no magic. There's no flying around. There's no pets. So it's... I think that the closer comparison is Conan, in all honesty. Oh, and then I put my beehives up on the roof, because when you leave them down on the ground, they get harassed a lot. So I put the beehives up on the roof. There's a
But they are a nice point defense against some graylings.
Yeah. Except. Okay, so it's kind of hard to show everything off because it's nighttime, but down there, that's our carrot farm. So we'll look at that here shortly. The trees over there, that's the tree farm. That's where we go to, do stuff. Or chop down trees and accidents happen sometimes. But anyway, so that's a tree farm. So we showed off the bees. And if we could see farther, we would see that that's the coastline is right there. This is where we'll be parking boats and stuff eventually, but not yet. And over here, there's really nothing. There's lots of land to play around with, or at least a good chunk of land to play around with in the future, but currently not yet. So,
I brought your present.
uh-oh. Bees. So we need more bees.
I found lots.
Good. I need more wood.
Yeah, for the meat.
There should be plenty of food.
No, I mean bees for honey for the meat base.
Oh, mead. I thought you said.
Mead.
I thought you said meat. MEAT. Oh, look, 20. So, basically, I moved everything over from the other little base that was out here, and
The old hut is gone.
the building is there. I left it there because I noticed that it was kind of convenient to have beds over there if you wanted to rest without having to come back all the way this way, crossing the river. So I kind of left the building over there with the beds in it. So if you ever
Well, I guess we will have a portal hub here.
there's a portal in this building already.
And from here on out, every portal we build, this will the
Yes.
arrival point here.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a good position for that an island.
Yep. Yep, that's why I picked it. Yeah, that portal where it is right now is temporary until I can figure out
Hello
maybe
everyone.
make it just a building outside.
My name
just
is
for
Veronica
portals.
and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live.
Veronica's talking.
You can also find Gimpy on YouTube where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button to follow. That's it. Thanks.
Yep, thank you. Happy Friday. So this beam going right up the top, I had to put that in because this is the longest hall in this build. All the others only go out 5 spaces. This one goes out 6. It was an accident. And I was putting the ceiling in, and the little top piece right there, no matter what I did, just collapsed. So I said, screw it, I'll build a beam all the way to the top, and it works now. So
Looks nice.
again,
Basie.
very basic, yeah. Oh, and this is the only door the bad guys can get in through. Now, what was funny is yesterday when I was setting this up, I was getting, shit happen. Almost, the forest is alive or something like that. So you'd have like a dozen or so of those dwarves, or I call them dryads now because that's really what they are. And they basically just run around the building. And I had the doors open to this place. All 4 doors open. So all the smaller ones, they're running through the building. They're not attacking me. They're just running through the building, not doing anything. While the big ones, the brutes and the shaman, they have to stay outside because they're too big to come through the doors. So as the other ones are running through, I'm killing them as I go. And then once I kill all of those, just stand at the doors and shoot the other 2 types with arrows and burning arrows or whatever. Or I could just shoot them from the platforms too here. But now that I have a fence up, it's not an issue. They don't run through the building anymore. Although, like I said, the one I was just showing, the door I was just showing that goes to the forest, that's not it. This one. This is the one that goes to the forest farm or tree farm. This is the only door that's open to, people or other things wandering in through. That's the whole point of these things, is they hit those things, take some damage, that kind of stuff. But, yeah, this is the only way technically into the base, if you're a bad guy. For the most part. So, try to keep that door shut. And then storage, I still need to do labels. I just haven't had the time to do it. Every time I try it, I get time. Like I wanted to do tin mining today, and every time I went out looking for tin, here comes a troll. Here comes a troll. No matter what I did, there was a troll. It's like so annoying. But the best part is I got a nice little partial troll outfit. I got leather pants, a tunic, and there's an extra troll tunic back at in the forge room in the outpost if anybody wants one. I made 2 by an accident. I didn't realize I had one already. That's what that went into. By the way, and there's also some bronze armor there too, which I am keeping there until Or for more exciting times that require more armor. Okay, throw that stuff in there. Stuff in there, seeds and stuff. Oh, those aren't seeds. You could say they took quite the troll on you. Haha, yes. Quite the troll. Oh, and if you need, was it resin? I got a little bit, the wall with the 6 chests, or this, sorry, the area with all the chests in it. If you face the left wall, the bottom left chest has all the resin. There's a little bit.
I saw your supply.
Yeah, there's a little bit in there.
Some flaming arrows for the next boss.
Yeah.
And it is day.
Okay, so daytime finally. Let's get lots of food. Could use some more arrows.
So what's the plan? Medals for everyone's full bronze gear.
Yeah, I think I'm just missing. What am I missing? For bronze gear, I have the helmet. I'm wearing it now. I have a chest plate, and I have the pants. So I'm pretty much good there. Oh, and I also got a new weapon. Ta-da! My favorite.
I like blocking.
I don't. The at gear? I think that's how you say it. At gear.
You can block with that too.
Oh yeah, you can block.
Parry with every weapon, basically, yeah.
But it's more fun to spec or to cut things down.
I guess weapon-wise, the most interesting, what does the axe do? Slashing?
Yeah.
Axis slashing, yeah.
And then next, before the swamp, there's many undead. There's what is blunt damage, or what is it called?
Blunt is right. Bludgeon.
Yep, blunts with the mace.
Bludgeoning, yeah. Then a good bronze mace would be nice. I think sword is good then for the against the wolves and everything in the mountain and the goblins and the plains.
Oh, I can tell you right now what we got is not good enough against Desquito.
I
No,
know.
not the hard way.
I mean, it's the forced realm, so to speak, the forced biome. So yeah, you should be kitted out with what the mountain has to offer.
Yep. My game, the one I did for mine, it's kind of cruel. It put a prairie land in between the Black Forest and the swamp.
Oh.
A nice long stretch. And I went, oh man.
For those
I
of you who
didn't
don't
notice
know,
that.
yeah, for those of you who don't know, there's a progression through this game. Basically, you go from biome to biome, and typically you're supposed to go from black forest to swamp, and then you go to the prairie lands or the plains, whatever they're called, and that's the after the swamps. But if you have the plains between the swamps and the black forest, that makes life a little difficult. Is there a way to get around it on boat?
Oh no, I'll just go to a different location.
Oh.
Except to put the boss kind of close to the plains than I would like, but I can work around it.
Okay.
But that's something for later.
How did this happen?
But for the rest, equipment-wise, I'm pretty much kitted out the way I want for bronze, so I'm good for myself.
You just die a
Yeah,
lot? Sometimes you do just die a lot.
I only just had time to set up a base in an abandoned watchtower in the Black Forest. I found some ore, but was looking for the crypts first, and I just left a third crypt with 9 cores, finally. And one room greeting me with 4 skeletons, and I looked at the clock, and nope, stream is about to happen. Not gonna happen.
And Vuk was asked to really answer the question, do you die a lot? Those icons I was just removing are spots where I've died, and here's some more. So if you're keeping track, we've already
Holy shit!
only discussed. I think I already removed what, 2 or 3. So there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I've died 14 times so far.
would you please open up your skill tab? Because you lose a percentage every time you die. I would mind a look.
What's your skill? Where's your skill tab? I didn't even know that was a thing.
Press tab and then in the right upper box to the raven. Next to the raven is your skill tab.
That one. Oh. Well, I'm fine. I've got skills.
Oh, woodcutting. Okay, you were much woodcutting. And you used that polearm.
Yeah. Lots of woodcutting. Lots of woodcutting. I didn't know this was even a thing. As you can see, I'm really good at blocking. I haven't done any sword work yet. Fists don't count. Swimming. So what's the red bar mean?
I think progress to the next point.
Okay. Haven't done any knives. Sneaking's not really a thing. Swimming needs work.
I guess swimming saves stamina when you're in water.
Yeah.
The higher it is.
The best thing I've done so far is getting this troll armor. Don't get any, it's a little bit better armor than the leather stuff, and it seems like I'm run faster in it almost. I know that's not a thing, but it seems like my stamina doesn't go down as fast. Maybe that's my imagination.
Yep. Nope, that makes sense.
Is that what it actually does?
You can. It feels like you can move a lot better if you got like the leathers on instead of the metal armor.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. I mean, there's a huge difference between wearing bronze armor and this stuff. It's huge difference. Okay, so I don't know.
There are no smelters or kilns here, right?
No, not yet. Not yet. I think I only have like 3 or 4 cores still. They're both back at the other base. Oh, and I broke down the boat because it was getting beat up on too much. So I broke it down, and all the pieces are in the forge room back at the other base because that's where it was at the time.
I don't know, I have no more markers in the Black Forest besides a crypt. Did we raid that crypt?
I don't know which one we've been to.
I have no more ore markers, but I guess there is a bit more around.
Oh yeah, there's still more stuff out there. Okay, and this is our outpost in the Black Forest. It's been a little beat up on over the time. It's got multiple chimneys in it because all the smoke we're producing from doing stuff. And there's a portal up there on the roof. This was a little walkway that went all the way around until the troll showed up. Well, actually, no, I cut it back because that's a kiln and a smelter, and it produced so much smoke. And the smoke gets caught on the ledge, and it was going into the base. So I cut it back so we don't get a smoky base. And a lot of this damage on the outside is from when I was woken up by a troll. Or actually, when I woke up earlier today, I came back here, nighttime, you go back into here, you take a nap, woke up, walked out the door, and there's a troll coming through the gate, and he basically, where you see the wooden wall there, he basically started kicking the crap out of the tower and beating through stone and stuff. So anyway, that. Oh, and I moved the cauldron over closer to the forge because all the smoke from that thing was going inside the tower too. So anyway, kiln, smelter, or smelter, extra rocks, stuff, forge, don't need to repair. And there. And these parts, actually I should do that. Actually, it's only supposed to be 30.
Well, I guess I haven't been in that crypt. I made that marker when Jeff said it on Discord.
Ah. Sorry, this is our forge. This is where we make stuff made out of metal, or make metals. It's bronze, basically, right now. Different upgrades we still need to do.
We tried to get in there, but then we were overrun by the grey dwarfs from a spawner that I saw.
Yeah. A cat? Burn it? What cat? I don't see a cat. Oh, and that's down there at the water. That's where the boat parks for the most part. There's not anything special other than there's a workshop or workbench down there to repair the boat when necessary. Okay, so I didn't really show off in here, did I? So we got 3 beds for sleeping. I don't have any wood. So there's a little workbench for repairing stuff. Cat walking in and out. Oh, on the dock, yeah? I didn't even see. I wasn't even watching, so I didn't even see it. I know I know it's up on the screen, but I wasn't looking at it. Your response to that it terrorized the town. What? I was like, thought we were talking about a cat in the game. I was like, no, that's not it. There. Okay, so. And why are chimneys important? Because smoke will kill you in this game. You can die from smoke inhalation. It's a thing. Okay, let's eat some food.
And I found another crypt.
Oh yeah, pokey sticks for keeping the bad guys away. They run into that, take damage. So do you too if you run into it as a player. Okay, so... Oh, I know. I need to look for tin to make more bronze. Tin is only found along the water in the Black Forest. You have to mine it, of course.
Also on the ore hunt, I found one tin deposit right now.
Okay. Need more tin.
And I'm standing on a copper deposit if you want to mark it.
Wow, way up there? Okay, just a second. Got it.
Got it.
I guess, Jeff, you ran up the coast here for tin, and that's how you found that crypt I have the marker of.
That makes sense.
I'm not gonna.
I'm finishing off copper deposit here. Almost done with it.
In case you're wondering, this game, you can do it solo, obviously, but multiplayer is definitely more fun. Makes the boss fights a little bit tougher too, because the bosses scale based on how many people are fighting it.
I think pretty much all monsters are scaled. But yeah, the bosses are much tougher for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, notice a lot. I found a lot of buggy fish. They show up.
Yeah, I have as well. They jump, you can't grab them for whatever reason.
I can
Yes, I
grab
was
them.
never-
Does that work?
I can never grab them.
I just found a crypt, maybe. I don't remember seeing this before.
I think, yeah, that's the one I marked.
Oh. So we haven't actually
I'm
been in it then.
Yep. And I'm standing in the entrance of another one. And it's still not the one Jeff found.
Nope.
Okay, marked.
So if you need cores for portals or twice the smelters and kilns.
Do need. It's basically just marking crypts for later on. generally the idea is you go into a crypt and you get these things called crap. What's the name of them?
Earthling core, I guess.
What's the name of it? Cores? Sorry,
Earthling core.
cores. And you need cores in order to build certain types of buildings, like smelters and other stuff. And you can only get them pretty much from the crypts, and you get them from the bosses too sometimes, I think. Just clearing the pathway. Okay, I'm going to turn off the dog cam for now because I don't see any dogs in front of it. I don't see a new rug either. I'm going to talk to Mrs. Gimpy about removing the rug. There's going to be an item to talk about.
And I'm standing on copper.
Got it.
So much fiffle. Collect all the fiffle.
Wrong tool. Need to pick. Cats don't go to Valhalla or Valheim. They went straight down to Helheim. Well. I mean, I know they deserve to be in Helheim, but it's not the only place they go in other places. Oh, look, a wrecked boat. That's the copper composite that's supposed to be here. Oh, there's a hurricane in front of me. I wondered what was moving.
Oh, that's loaded with tin here.
You're eating it all before I get there. So I haven't, you can see from my map, I haven't actually been here yet. It's the first time I've been to this part of the map.
Another Grey Dwarf spawner to the north of us.
Okay. Oh, we should probably kill
I
that.
guess that's my last tin that I can fit.
Okay.
Yep. 5 points left. And even pick this one up that's lying here.
Got it. I'm good for 160. Game needs more bigger and stronger trolls. No, it does not.
Oh, I've seen hints about updates to the swamp. You will love it.
Yeah, there's surprises in this one. Came out actually not during Mistlands, a couple patches ago. They're interesting. Unless they got other surprises.
Yeah, well, since we started, it's the first time I'm playing Beyond the Meadows since the launch.
Yeah. Okay, spawner's down.
So I'm being your bodyguard until you're full on tin,
Okay.
and we make it back together.
If we're
You good
lucky.
on food?
10. Are there Dracoliches around? No, no Dracoliches. There's other kind of dragons, but no Dracoliches.
What's the flying stuff in the mountains?
It's a dragon
Is it,
or a worm.
Little wyverns?
Are they wyverns
Harpies?
or
No,
worms?
no harpies.
I think they're drakes, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was small breaks.
Those are always fun.
What's your weight limit say?
I'm at 222.
Ah, here's the next deposit. And there's a big copper. We nearly here, take the boat, ship all here, we free, get a full cargo hold and inventory, and ship back.
Wow, that's a lot of copper.
More tin right here.
Mm-hmm. 288. So that went up 30.
Yeah.
31.
There's some stuff you can throw away.
Yeah.
Stones.
Yep.
I have no torch. Here's tin. And I hear the grey doors.
Yep, they're there. Another one. Okay, at 300.
Whoa!
At 300. Back we go.
Wait for it.
Yeah. So this is the power we got from the first boss, the only boss I've killed so far. Keeps let us run a little bit faster and keeps our stamina up a little bit higher than normal.
Right, do not get wet.
But I'm cold.
It's the night. Oh,
I see a troll. He sees us too.
The troll saw you?
Oh yeah, he's following.
You guys leading him back home?
Of course.
Okay.
get enough distance between us, maybe he turns around.
Eventually, yeah. No idea if he's still following us, though.
He'll usually give up after a while. But they're quite quick.
Yeah, I learned that today, too. They're faster than they look. Hug the troll? I don't want to hug the troll.
Let's take out that spawner. And then make a run for it. Run with an arrow, you can run.
I'm good.
It's directly to a copper. And get that ancient seed that's to spawn the boss.
Oh, we have lots of ancient seeds, I think.
I think we need 3.
Oh, do we need that many?
It was 3, I guess.
Is this more copper?
Yep. Oh, more carrot seeds.
Where's the seed? Did you get the seed?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Have you planted seeds already?
The ancient seeds? No.
No, the carrot seeds.
Yeah, there's a couple of carrot seeds going.
Did you harvest carrots already?
No, actual carrots. I'm just going for seeds so far.
Yeah, when you pick up the first planted carrot, you get the recipe for planting a seed carrot.
Right, that's what I've been doing.
Okay.
Because unfortunately, that first carrot farm that I had at the first base, only 2 managed to survive for harvesting because all these stupid little dwarves running around. They must have ate it up while we were out doing other stuff. So I had to start with only 2 carrots to start the new farm. So
6 seeds.
Yeah, it's taking longer than I was hoping it was going to take, but we're almost there. Now that the farm is a little, protected.
I'm full of tin. Want to go rest and make a day, and then get some copper peacefully.
Yeah. Did we just run by Jeff?
Yep.
You did.
That's what I thought.
I was working on the copper, making it bigger.
Okay.
Lots of copper there.
It's too many trees.
There's the workbench with sealing the boat dock.
Yeah. Well, that's where it's supposed to be. If there was a boat, that's where it would be.
Aren't your legs getting stiff? You haven't moved in quite a while. Stretch, damn it.
Was that a heavy attack
You
of that
ignorant
guy?
meatbag.
Yeah. It's a spin knockback.
Well, apparently the heavy attack of the axe is good to chop wood that's really small and you miss with the normal swing.
Yeah. Oh, let's try this one over here. Oh, yeah, probably should have thrown that stuff in there before I vacated. Oh well. Didn't close the gate. Come back here. Seriously, come back here.
Oh, there's some bronze armor.
Yeah, that was my suit. I was using it. I went, I'm not going to run around with this stuff. This is way too heavy. If we're fighting a boss or something, but not running around trying to farm stuff. It's just too slow. Okay. Let's call it a day and get up and do stuff in the light. More piles of rock. Okay, so what we're doing is we're collecting tin and copper to make bronze. We only have 4 bronze. We can make all kinds of bronze, actually. Okay, so we're hitting up copper?
Yeah, I'm working one of the copper sites.
Need 2 copper per tin, and we have quite some tin.
Oh, this isn't copper.
You both already got the bronze pickaxe?
Yes.
I still have the bone one. Would upgrade.
Okay, well, there's enough copper. Get it done.
Honey?
Or sorry, enough bronze, sorry. Because it definitely makes life a little bit easier. Doesn't break as quickly, for one. I have a feeling this is where the copper was. Yeah, that's copper. Like how there's a copper deposit wrapped around a tree.
Sounds kinda nice.
What tree is that? Fir.
Oh, and if you see necks, kill them. We need a necktails for the poison resist.
Oh, yeah. Actually, at the home base, there's a nice little, they spawn right along the edge of the water there.
Okay, and we need honey. Much honey.
We got 4 hives up on top of the roof of the home base.
And I brought some honey. We got lots of honey here.
Uh-oh. Speaking of poison.
Road somewhere?
Say again?
I need some core wood for the pickaxe.
There should be some in the chests in the forge area.
I had found something here.
Yeah, and if not, there should be some back at the home base. I've been growing pine trees there when I can. And birch.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also find Gimpy on YouTube where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button to follow. That's it. Thanks.
Yep, thank you, and happy Friday. Or happy Thanksgiving for yesterday. Didn't stream yesterday, took the day off, because I'm a slacker. Oh, and I'm getting the images where we had multiple smelters running at some point too, huh? If I remember right.
What?
In the other run, I remember having multiple smelters running.
Yep. I mean, there's, I think, 36 ores at the home base with no smelter.
Oh yeah, and there's that too. We should probably take care of that at some point. Let's see.
I remember most is running down a small little river that gets slimmer and slimmer and it got night, cold, wet, and we deconstructed that boat, and whenever somebody touched that river he got wet and couldn't jump anymore.
That was great.
That was fun. Come on, you know that was fun.
That's what I call an adventure.
It was an adventure. That's why it was fun, because it was so different. It was something we didn't actually run into before. That's why it was fun. Oh, I have 2 cores here. Certainly cool cores.
If we need more cores, we have more crypts.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if we should build a second smelter here. It's not a horrible idea.
Oh no, I think we're probably good, aren't we?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, we're not really in a rush. It's just, it seems, I don't know. Yeah, I guess we can live. Yeah, we're not really in a rush.
Oh, I see him. I'll handle him.
Which one?
I was just talking Hurricane.
Yeah.
Just a stupid Grey Dwarf.
Giving you fire support. 1 hit with your axe, 1 hit with my bow, and we are good. So I'm full, I had to drop 1 copper.
Yeah, I'm pretty much full.
Picking raspberries, because need them.
Raspberries and blueberries are good for the Queen's Jam.
But they're good for me right now. It's food that's really easy to pick up. You don't have to worry about it too much. Raspberries.
Whenever you see red mushrooms, get them.
Oh.
Get them for the carrots too.
Always. Mushrooms of all kinds are great because of the regeneration stuff. Oh, damn it, I forgot to repair my pick. Damn it.
Green's gem is 40 stamina and 14 health.
Yeah, the jam's awesome.
But it's 8 raspberries and 6 blueberries. But it's 4 units then.
Can we grow mushrooms and blueberries, or is that everything you have to pick up outside?
You have to pick up those.
I thought so. We should be
The only thing you can grow is what you plant with the planter. That's carrots right now, turnips later from the swamp. What was it from the plains? What you have to plant in the plains? There was something.
Barley and wheat or something.
Yeah, for the bread. Fish wraps.
Oh, fish wraps. We remember those. We're supposed to call those fish tacos, by the way. Because that's what they're really what
Sounds
they are.
even better.
We've talked about being able to grow the berries and shrooms at some point, but I think we might just have to leave that to modders. Ugh. Oops.
You need to get up and step away from the computer. That
Any
was
more
really
wood for the
bad.
current kiln?
There is some here in the front.
Don't. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, we're good. It's fine. Go.
Still in the full.
Yeah, everything's pretty much filled.
Do we need more lumber? Not a bad idea.
In the long run.
Well, obviously, but I mean, right now we're short. Oh, and hey, Varantor, welcome back.
I forgot to say timber.
It wasn't following your direction. You're fine. Of course, I thought that about the boulder, too.
You did. You assumed.
I assumed, and that made an ass out of me for sure. Pointy sticks. And that's why we have the pointy sticks, is for these guys. Let's gotta see if that's what they do. Oops.
You say oops quite often. Do you need assistance?
Nope. Missing one there, actually. lot of ore still. Let's see. Starting to get dark. Yeah, I forgot to repair my bit. Yeah, I'm good. Hey, Draken, welcome back. Happy Friday.
And my broke because I forgot to repair. Because it's now bronze.
It's not bronze, so therefore it's not repairing.
It's bronze, therefore it is not repaired because I only went to the workbench, not to the forge.
Yeah. Tricky stuff. Just got this game? Nice. Last time we played this, we dug a moat around our base. Yeah, you can do that, but that's what we have the fences for. See, fences will kill them. Sorry, the spike pit, or whatever you want to call it. Ow. Usually say the moats for pigs. You know, from the pig farm. Which we haven't done yet. I don't know if we're going to need to, but...
I saw that you can rename the pigs now.
You can name them?
Yep.
You can name them.
So you can give them pet names, so that way you don't kill the important ones.
Makes it easier when you want to name your muffalo.
Oh yeah, there's that too. The muffalo. Oh, man, doesn't call them muffalos here, do they?
I forget what they're called.
That's a Rimworld thing.
That's what I call them.
Because it's kind of what they look like. Okay, we have 15 bronze now. Oops.
Please stop saying oops. You are making me look bad.
I'm trying to think. I don't know what else I need, though. bronze-wise? Other than upgrades.
The 3 armor parts. I would say an axe and a mace, a shield.
I don't use the shield, so...
Yeah, the 2-hand.
So I have the 3 armor pieces. Because 2 of them are in a chest, not wearing the helm. So there's that. I have the weapon. I have the axe. I have the pick.
Cultivator we got.
Say again?
The cultivator for planting.
Yes, I've got the cultivator on me.
Maybe a butcher knife, because I think the friendly pigs you only can kill with a knife.
You're right. Yeah, that's a thing. Discovered that the other day.
Just tin.
Yeah, that's nothing special there. But might as well.
There must be a way to upgrade the cauldron.
Is there?
There's a different type of cauldron I think you can get later on. Oh, you're talking about the cauldron. Oh, I forget. You're probably right.
I got bronze.
I thought you meant the forge.
Bronze axe. Bronze nails, no big deal. Helmet. Knife. Oh, the butcher knife is only made with tin. It doesn't actually... There's no bronze version of it.
I've lined up some tin in the smelter if we don't have any bars left.
I think I just burned through them to make the copper or the bronze. What's the point of upgrading the cultivator?
It has more hit points and breaks slowly.
Blah. They don't break that fast.
So I made a set of bronze armor.
What's wrong with the armor?
I made a set of bronze armor for me.
Oh, okay. Oh, Draken. So, since you just got the game, do you have questions? I guess is the question. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Yep. And once you're comfortable, you're more than free. You're more than welcome to join us. Fortunately, we don't have any spikes there. Let's kill something over here.
Oh, foot buffs. That would be...
Oh yeah, buffs.
Death.
Wow, that didn't kill him, huh? Hate the brutes.
You wanna sleep the night away? We're all here?
Let me repair this stuff real quick. Or try to. Gonna kill myself with my own traps. Okay, what's that?
Hey bag of water, stretch your legs. You have been sitting in one spot for far too long.
Yeah, sleep through the night so you don't have to worry about the stuff that's out and running around at night.
Hit fasten up the smelting and kilning.
Okay. And why are we collecting rocks? Because we're going to need them once we are able to build stone walls and that kind of stuff. So you don't want it to go... It's just something to collect for the future. Okay. Oh, we got carrot seeds here.
Yo, I found a few on our little adventure for tin.
Hold on to those then. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, we'll run back real quick and plant some carrots. Because they seem to grow slower than trees. It seems like they do, at least. Okay, and this is our little carrot farm. Now we don't need this carrot specifically for food at the moment, so we're going to continue to replant them again using seed, or turn them into seeds, I think. Let's see how many rows we get out of it. So seeds. Let's do it too close. Wow, those seeds disappeared quick. Wait a minute. Oh, these are actual seeds, they're not actual. Okay. Keep forgetting there's carrot seeds, and then you gotta use the carrots to grow the seed plants. So these are actually be carrots. Okay, all set there. So that'd be a nice little batch of seeds and carrots in a few days.
What does the fermenter need? Maybe we should start, because that fermenting needs also some time for the poison resist later.
A couple of fermenters would be good.
That's cheap. 30 fine wood, 5 bronze, 10 resin. I guess the honey is completely at the old base where the beehives are.
Yeah, there's some at the home base, there's some in the chests.
Yeah, poisonous meat base is 10 honey per. But I guess it's six potions when it's done.
Yep, 6.
Okay, sorry for going quiet there. Mrs. Gimpy was bitching. She's been looking for a new office chair, and the one she wanted is currently out of stock. So,
Was it a Black Friday sale?
actually, it's been on sale for a week or two now, and she didn't, for whatever reason, she didn't get it a week or two ago, but now they're out of stock, and there's some in the store currently, but they're charging $75 to deliver. So it's like, oh no, that's okay. And we'd have to have it delivered because I can't carry them up our stairs, or I can't carry the thing up our stairs. So there's the problem there.
Storm is coming.
What's coming?
Storm is coming.
Oh, the storm is coming. Okay. Jeff is resting in the... You think you put a roof over this thing, huh?
How much stone?
See the pile out in the corner?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll repair it. Ready to go. Oh, there's copper still. How do you upgrade the workbench? It requires certain things, like the workbench is here, and things usually to the right of it. The stars, I think, are the upgrades. I think the star means is an upgrade. In the case of the workbench, it goes chopping block, and then tanning rack, and the adds, and then I think that's it for the workbench for now. So those three, but first thing, it's a chopping block. So you have to make sure you have the actual recipe or blueprint to do that. How do you get it? Just by doing stuff. Makes sense. I think when the first time you build a workbench, I think you get the recipes for the upgrades, or at least one of them.
And you might get it once you kill a deer or something as well.
That's right.
It's in some of the logs.
Yeah. Let's put down the chopping block. There you go. And make sure it's close enough to the workbench. You should see a little yellow dotted line going back to the workbench to show you, whether it's in range or not. Ah, so much copper to mine. I'm full.
I raise back. My pickaxe broke. Throw some ore on me. I'll race back.
Oh, okay.
I can have 150 more tons. Or pounds or whatever.
150. Oh, you mean, so 15 of these.
Cool.
Cool. Oh, mine's gonna break not too much longer. I wonder if the weight is it pounds?
Who knows?
Or is it just it's just a unit? I think it's just a unit.
Yeah, it's probably just safe to say it's a unit.
It's 15 kilos. Well, no, 300. Let's say 300 units, 300 pounds. 300 pounds is a lot. Yeah, I think we'll just stick with units. It's definitely not 300 kilos. And my pick broke. Okay. Yeah, let's pick up the random stuff on the ground as we go back. Damn it. Stupid shaman beating up on my spikes. Not very nice of him to do. I can't tell what time of day it is. It looks like
Can't
it's...
really see the sun, huh?
No. That reminds me, in the first place, in the other world, it's the
We
sundial.
tried to build a sundial, yeah.
It's still there. I don't think it works. There's the sun. And looks like getting close to sunset, I think.
Yeah, it's about 7 o'clock position.
Yeah, we need some more tree or wood, right? Do we? Nothing there. How many there? 50? Definitely can use some more trees.
We can't have enough wood. So
No.
we can make coal, and coal is also needed for the poison resistance meat.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Can I do my job now? Little whiners. Just because I'm chopping down your trees, it's no big deal to grow back.
So since the cauldron is here, should we build a fermenter here?
I think that'd probably be better to do back at the home base, I think. Because it takes time, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess 2 in-game days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it takes a couple of days.
Yeah, I'd put that back at the base. Because it's a little bit safer there. Actually, it's a lot safer there.
Hey bag of water, stretch your legs. You have been sitting in one spot for far too long.
So I have the materials, but of course there's bronze and I can't go through the portal.
Can build a boat here, though. The materials to build the boat are here.
Then I would bring back what's on metals in the home base to here
Could do that.
when I'm on it.
Yep. Can do that.
Something else I should transport?
Everything else we can do, right?
Could I take down the cauldron here and take it to the home base?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Probably want to make sure you have enough copper and bronze and tin or whatever you need to make the stuff in the home base before you take it over.
I have just taken down the cauldron, so that's the 10 tin, and I have the materials for the fermenter in my inventory, so yeah, I'm good.
How many can you make? 2 or 1?
1 fermenter so far.
I would make 2 fermenters.
That would be 5 more bronze, 30 more fine wood, and 10 more resin.
So a bit more bronze.
You could just empty my inventory and check what on metals is back at the home base.
I guess there's probably not too much metals at the home base.
It's mostly just
Low level stuff.
yeah. All right. Somebody ate up some of the materials for the boat.
I think we need just 2 more tin for the 5 bronzer.
Need 2 deer hide for the boat.
Oh, for the boat. There should be a few in the chest.
There's only 8. There was 10. I don't know where 2 went, but there was 10.
Maybe I put them in the wrong box if you checked all.
No, they're not. Unless you moved them out of the forge room.
No, should still be in this room.
Yes, we're missing 2 somewhere. I didn't see them anywhere else. It's not a big deal. Just gotta go kill a deer or 2. Or there actually might be something back at the other base too.
How much fine wood does the boat need?
30.
Yeah, and so it's 30 per fermenter, so we need some wood.
No, fine wood. It's easy enough to get that at the base. It's just birch trees.
That's right.
Just a little bit of running. Because there's nothing close. There's 1 birch tree currently in the tree farm, so... And that's not going to be near enough. Want to sleep the night away? Or...
Sure.
Alright, come back then.
Oh, where were you?
At the copper site.
Oh. Well, we don't have to sleep.
So I'm pretty much done with the copper site anyways.
Okay.
It speeds up the smelting.
It's making sure it's they're loaded. They should be.
Yep.
Okay, this copper site's pretty much done. Coming back.
Okay. The taste of metal lingers in your mouth. Why? Because it hurt. Sinking your teeth. One of those ones. Those go by. Those go by too fast. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to home base, do some tree farming back there, get some birch and whatever planted too, because I think I have a couple of saplings. Check on let's see how many days. It's been 2 or 3 days. Maybe there might be some carrots.
I now have the materials for 2 fermenters, the cauldron in the box above the forge.
Sweet.
We need something for the boat still. It was birch.
Oh, you ate up all the wood, huh? Yeah, I need birch.
Yeah, you won't find any birch. Are we close to any plains here, or I mean meadows?
You're actually not
Yeah,
that far
to the
to the south. Or you could just come back to the base and cross the river.
I already see
It's
birch.
probably closer to your copper base.
Actually,
A lot of birch here where I am. It's just
Yep.
south of our base.
It's just on the other side of the. Yeah.
not really that close, huh?
Ow.
So I guess 30 fine wood for the boat.
Yes. Need to make a.
I have 17 on me.
3.
There's actually probably plenty here at the home base to our boat.
I hate that birch stumps just give normal wood. Oh, you can use the power swings for the logs also.
Yep.
Forget about the power
I got
swings.
26 on me.
Let's get back. It was nails and resin and leather?
10 leather and 10 or 20 resin.
Right. And deer hide, I think we used
Oh, sorry.
at 8.
Yeah, deer hide. It's not the leather pieces. It's actual full hides. Let's go here.
Missing 2 deer hides, 2 resin.
There's not enough resin there?
Deer. I've collected all I could found here.
Oh.
I got some resin for you.
All in the base. But he's walking away.
Did you
He's
say
looking for something.
troll?
Yep, troll. Right to the south of our base. Just looking to the south.
Oh, I know him. He's a troublemaker.
Thank you.
You want to kill him?
No,
He's not doing anything.
he's
I
turned
take
out,
that
he's
back.
coming.
He's coming. No, he's not. Nah, he's not coming.
Headshot.
Now he is.
Now he's coming. I'll keep walking. Or I'll die.
First one has to be a crit. He lost so many hit points and now he don't want to. Could eat something.
Never gonna finish at this rate.
Easy. I love rolling through their legs.
I never figured out how to do the rolling thing.
Spacebar while you hold the block button and one direction.
Oh. It's actually pretty simple.
Just remembering to do it for me. And I never.
Or you will get to the curse that you don't stop, because I try to block when I'm in front of the horde of skeletons and want to get out of a crypt, and you have to make a jump. But as long as you hold block and you press spacebar to jump, you roll and you don't get up there, and then they kill you. You got the troll stuff?
I did.
Okay. So it's still 2 deer hides.
Oh, I need some deer?
Yep, deer hunt.
Broke my axe. Damn it.
Here one. Where is he? Yeah. One deer hide still. No, I'm lying, I have 10, that's enough. Yep, boat is colored out.
Are we really lying or are we just wrong?
Don't build a boat.
It's been here. this working? Okay, so
I'm heading to the base with the boat.
okay.
Here, and then there's one more.
I guess we should pick a spot for that, huh?
We have two copper and 3 bronze on the base.
Yeah, we brought that over on the first trip with the boat, I think.
Or
Yes.
So 15 copper bars, 3 bronze bars. And a bunch of stuff that's we smelt.
so we're going to build another old base, or should I take them with the boat to the base here?
I wouldn't bother with this one here, but it's up to you.
A smelter? Yeah, I think the better way to do things. Just a
It's
second.
time to take a break.
Veronica's telling me to take a break. What I was about to say, I think
Your next break is in 2
the
hours.
best way to do it is to basically process all the metals wherever they're mined at the location they're mined in. So in this case, the first outpost, process all the tin and copper there, and then ship the bars back to the main base to be used for there or here. Unless we need it at the base at the time to build armor and weapons, that kind of stuff. But as far as once we're to the point where we need it in different locations, just ship it back here and then wherever it needs to go, whatever. So we don't actually need smelter and furnaces here at the home
Yeah, makes
base.
sense.
But as far as the making of the brewing stuff, you should do here because this is the central location. You don't want those to be spread out everywhere, I don't think.
Their dedicated dock position.
The north side of the island.
Okay.
Yep, we're headed right now.
I see the bunch. Yeah, the wind's messing with me.
not sure that's going to grow there, but that's okay.
You have a place?
Oh, shit. No, not yet. Wait, can they be inside or outside?
There must be a fire below the cauldron.
Fire below the cauldron. So.
And for the fermenters, it needs a roof.
Fermenters need a roof. Okay, so the fermenters can actually go into the corners because there's actually roofs out in the corners here. So they can go in here if you want. Got 4 different locations to choose from. Those workbenches do have to stay there.
The 10 tin for the cauldron, I get the rest wood.
Okay. Guess you could do that here.
And the fire in the middle is out.
Yeah, I see that.
You can fit a cauldron and one of those grilling racks above one fire.
Oh, okay. Well, that's no problem then.
Oh, you can just put the grilling racks all around it, actually. You can do 4 around it. Or you want to keep an opening, so you can do about 3.
How am I full? Oh, because you gave me a bunch of stuff. So I figure out, why am I full?
Let's give you 10 tin.
Yep, that's what did it. So, crafting this thing. Too far out.
Then easy access for the roof, for the beehives.
Yeah, there's I think it's the one to the right of the bunk beds. I think that's that. I need to put a label up there.
Uh-oh, the forest is moving at where I'm at. There's an event where I'm at. I'm at the copper base.
Okay. Hurricane, I think you picked up the 10. After I...
Guys, I need help.
Okay.
The roof is breaking out.
Forest is moving. Forest is moving.
Why is the... What happened there?
There's the tin I'm going to, Jeff.
Okay.
Help!
You'll be fine. It's no big deal.
The forest
That's
is
a bigger
moving.
event.
I said it was an event.
You'll be fine. It's okay. Why did that break?
I think I... That's a lot of guys.
I guess we'll repair this later.
I do
Use
not think
Alexia.
oops means what you think it means.
Huh.
It's not that many.
Seemed like a lot to me.
It's awfully dark out here.
And there's Hugin telling about events.
I think we won.
Did Veronica say it was a break?
Yes, she did actually. It is break time.
No, we shouldn't be getting another event anytime soon, so.
Come on, you pansy, get back in there and fight.
Damage.
Alright, I'm gonna go grab some water.
Okay. Yeah, as soon as I get this stuff repaired. Otherwise I'll forget. Okay. Okay, so gonna get up, stretch legs, get some water, that kind of thing. Be back in a few minutes, and we'll continue on when we get back. So thank you all very much for watching. Enjoy the dog video.